position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the Big House, home of the Michigan Wolverines. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Wisconsin Badgers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Badgers will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come. The 25-yard line. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. He never had a chance to get it to the edge, and first play of the game, and you're already behind the sticks.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Gets the back moving. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. And the Wolverines send out the punt unit. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Looking downfield on first down. He makes a catch. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
That's a good-looking throw, and I know when we talk Wisconsin offense, we're always talking about running backs, but they've seen their fair share of QBs too. Darren Bevel back in my day, Scott Tolzien had some success, and then, of course, Russell Wilson also. This guy right now in this game, he needs to get himself into a rhythm, and if he gets there, he's dangerous.
To the air on second down. Fires to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. And the wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Not the start the offense wanted to have. They had to punt the first time out. And here on the opening play of their second drive, they're going backwards. If they're going to run the football, these big guys up front, they've got to do a better job.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
And those are frustrating. I mean, you throw it to the open guy, you make the right decision, and the big fella, Mr. Reliable, the tight ends, right? Like your security blanket over the middle of the field, just can't come up with the football.
Quarterback may change this route. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Wolverines line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Let's take just a moment here and talk about Wisconsin. If they seeded the playoff today, these guys are in, but we know they're not content with that. They want so much more, David.
They do, and this squad has been building and trying to get to the point where they can get to the playoff and be a national champion. And right now they're in the mix, which is really, really good halfway through the season. A lot of work still to be done, Palmer.
Yeah, this coaching staff really at this point is just trying to keep this team focused as a top 10 team halfway through the year. It's about attention to detail, and that's got to show up in this one today.
Big noise, big house, trying to rile up this Michigan defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're fourth and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The play action fake. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
The give to the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. See that maze
boys in blue, and you expect tough-minded, hard-nosed running attacks.
I expect big, physical, huge linemen that don't like people, that are going to move them out of the way and do just this, what we did right here. Move the sticks, get first downs on the ground. That's who Michigan is.
Give to the running back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Fires to the middle. And they can't make the play on third down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. Third and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up fourth.
He might want another play. On fourth down, they'll pass for it. He'll take a shot. And it's a touchdown, but hold on just a second. We'll have to see what the flag's about. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of interest in this CUSA showdown today, so let's catch you up to speed on things. East Carolina has the lead right now. Greenville has been buzzing all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Middle Tennessee. Conference USA tends to make its presence felt, and we'll circle back with any big changes, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Finds his big tight end. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. The Badgers want to pick up the tempo.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to go up top on first down. A shot toward the end zone. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go.
They got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. The offense changing the play. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Gets rid of it. Well, it's incomplete, and this sophomore quarterback usually makes that throw every time. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Looking to fire. Right down the middle. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Well, they're trying to get the big fella the football in the passing game, but they haven't been able to do that yet. He is a really nice target with his size and his athleticism, but him and the QB, they just don't seem to be on the same page right now.
That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Makes a grab, pass to Marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that 4th down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. Quarterback making adjustments. Off the play fake. On the move to his left. Fires on the run. Got it inside the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines.
This guy is officially a problem. His second receiving touchdown of the game. Nice job by the offense. Dude, if I've got a matchup I like, continue to pick at it until they stop it.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Open a drive like that, it opens a world of possibilities. First down from the 43. Wide receiver going in motion. To the ground, he's got it again. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Off the bootleg and rolling out. That's caught. It's Turner. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
Hey, if you're the defensive coordinator, you might want to start thinking about spying this QB because of his speed and athleticism. He just showed you how he could hurt you getting out on the perimeter and then throwing. If you've got somebody athletic that can go sideline to sideline, that might be a good move moving forward.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
That's got to hurt if you're the offense because you're thinking with this quarterback and his size and his athleticism, that's going to be an easy first down pickup on the option play. But how about the physicality up front by the...
He's got it. First down and more. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down. That one hurts. They thought they'd move the chains on 4th down. Instead, they back up. No signs of any kind of kickers. They'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, going to the air. Oh, formation will be questioned for a while. Great place to start for this offense. They'll go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They'll run play action, using his feet to buy time. Rolling right and going deep. It's complete. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. And here comes the offense on second down. Wants to go up top. Trying to escape and get it himself. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Sends it back in motion. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Blasted as he lets it go. Picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision where he got a little bit greedy, and David, the defense made him pay.
And this defense has seen it time and time. They've been throwing the football, having success. Nice job adjusting, breaking on the football, making a play. They needed to break serve. They needed something to happen to go their way to kind of mess this guy's rhythm up. That might be the start of it.
Back to pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
And how about that? The dying breed of the tackling quarterback. You don't see those anymore. Everybody wants to be great in coverage. Everybody wants to get picks. But how many corners really want to get their...
There he goes. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line.
And this four vertical play is something that every offense in the country has in their playbook, but they don't all run it as good as this offense does. Really nice job making the play call, but when you've got athletes like this and a quarterback that can fit the football into small...
Turning on the Jets. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man on the right. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
I like the running back there on the route, the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying play action. Starts to scramble to the left. He's got it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. 1st and 10 from the 32. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Trying play action. Starts to scramble to the left. He's got it. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Second down coming up. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Wants to fire on second down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. And the Wolverines come to the line in the hurry-up. On third and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Takes a hit as he fires. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on third down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
This drive from their own 42-yard line. Rides to back and leaves it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Lets it fly deep downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Oof. That's one of those plays where you're going, man, he probably could have made that. The defense wasn't great on the play, but guess what? It goes down as an incompletion. Those are one of those bullets that you got to dodge throughout a game to get the win, to limit those big plays.
IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Third down conversions are huge, and they've got one, and they're at the 35. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. Just a hair too much on him from this big-arm sophomore quarterback. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Thanks to grab. They'll pick up 5. It'll be 3rd and 5. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. It's complete. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. And now a chance to pull even as we get late here in the first half. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown, Badgers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way. Finish your first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they add the extra point to finish the drive. They marched 58 yards for the touchdown on that one. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. This late in the half, here's the question: how aggressive will the play calling be? He wants to start this drive with a pass. Back open to middle. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Trying to beat the D deep. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Taking it the other way. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. To start the second half. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Gives it on the option. Finding open areas. Hits the afterburners. What a play to get it inside the red zone, and they are set up at the 17.
The option play stands for exactly what it means. The quarterback has multiple options. He can do multiple things, and defensively, you really have to do a good job of being super sound, understanding your assignment, and they do a good job here making the quarterback do what he's supposed to do, make him pitch the football. But if I'm a quarterback, it's basically like me blocking that defensive end. Now I pitch it, running back, you go do the work.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Buys a little time. Running to Green. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete.
They've done a nice job marching the football down the field to get into this position in the red zone. You're throwing incomplete on third down, so the question now, are you going for a touchdown, try to pay this drive off, or are you just going to take the points?
And it slips just inside that right upright. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. Here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Wants to throw on first down. Got his man. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
Really nice job on that play. Quarterback and receiver being on the same page. Quarterback not telegraphing the throw, and the receiver does a nice job finding the soft spot in the defense, just settling down and giving his quarterback a nice target to throw to.
Man, this sophomore quarterback unleashed a cannon on that one. Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third. To the air on first down. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37. And the Wolverines will snap it on first and 10. Looking downfield on first down. They're working that left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. Late hit on the quarterback gives this offense a free first down and some yardage. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. Hands it off. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Keeps it on the bootleg, looking to throw. Touchdown, Michigan! And that one will give him the lead. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Okay, here comes the Wisconsin offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, and oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't.
Intercepted, and the defense has set him up.
What a game-changing play by this defense. Nice job. You got him backed up in their own territory coming out. Now you force the turnover, set your offense up with some great scoring field position.
So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Off-play action on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. Might be changing the route. Looking to throw on third. Snags it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Here he comes. This is a gamble. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He's on the loose. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown. touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking that to the end zone, making a huge play.
He makes the catch for the 2, and now they're down by just a field goal. They're just about to boot it away, full of energy after housing that last kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner is brought down, but there is a flag on the play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The offense starts this drive in the shadow of its own end zone. Wants to go up top on first down. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, you know, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to kind of get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Quickly complete. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up. And the Badgers in the hurry up. They'll go to the air. Keeps looking downfield. Line out trying to get it in. Touchdown, Wisconsin! And they take it in for 6 more points. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, wanted to get you a quick update on a game happening in the MAC. Bowling Green is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program...
And the ball pops out. Oh, inviting disaster.
Wow, they narrowly avoid disaster there. They fumble the kick return, and if that goes to the other team, all the momentum is no longer with them, so a nice job being able to pounce back on that, and the head coach breathing a huge sigh of relief.
He rifles one deep down the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Offense in an empty set. Might be calling a hot route. Gonna swing it on second down. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
All right, this quarterback is going to have to start playing with a clock going off in his head. He knows he cannot hold on to the football too long with players like that getting after him.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing it. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always, always remember your first interception. They'll always remember this moment.
Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. They make the stop after a pickup of 3 just inside the red zone at the 19.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. Stands in and takes the hit. And he really wanted to get the touchdown there, but it's incomplete. And they'll send out the field goal unit. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the sea of noise.
touchdowns were going to be real hard to come by going up against this defense. So when you got opportunities to kick field goals, you've got to come away with 3 points. You're not going to get these chances very often.
Quickly to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of interceptions. Most coaches would have pulled their guy by now. I know the guy I played for back in college, he would have pulled me about 2 and
the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. And the Wolverines come to the line trying to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Blasted as he lets it go. And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying to punch it in. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. As we come to the end of the period, Wisconsin has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Badger. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So here comes the Michigan offense. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Just a little off. Incomplete.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws in small windows under duress if you're going to bring your team back and will.
And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet, but it's getting pretty close.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. And now on second down for this offense. The give on the option. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the fumble goes out of bounds. They'll maintain possession, actually picked up yardage on the play.
And if you're an
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Big noise in the big house for this huge third down play. He's looking downfield to throw. Starting to feel a little pressure. Inside the 35. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
Oh, it's a backbreaker for this defense. QB scrambling and picking up the first down with the lead here in the fourth quarter. It's going to keep this drive alive. They're going to bleed more seconds off the clock. Not what you were hoping for if you're on D that last play.
Looking to throw on first down. Touchdown, Wisconsin! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. With that last score, things comfortable here in the fourth as they are headed to a 7-1 record.
And a lot of times late in football games, you'll see offenses get really, really conservative with the lead. I like how this offense didn't go against the clock. They stayed within themselves. They stayed true to who they were. And now, big-time advantage, big-time lead, up by 17 in the fourth quarter.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. They'll grab the squib kick just inside the 10. And the returner is stopped.
At the 11, and your Michigan Wolverines will take over 1st and 10.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Breaks into the open. And he gets the first down, but man, did he get the hit stick laid on his noggin. The Wolverines moving quickly to the line. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Steps away. He's got an open man. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
And this defense has really done a good job containing this superstar quarterback. But now it's a big-time moment. In the fourth quarter, you know the ball's going to be in his hands. Got to get to him. Got to ruffle his feathers, hit him a few times, make him feel uncomfortable.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big.
He unleashes a long one. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's inside the 40, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Badgers. The defense putting points on the board. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
And that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. He'll take a deep shot here. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Making side adjustments here. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. It's picked off. 13th short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Bringing the heat. They get to him as he throws. Got his man downfield. And it's a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense gets the turnover. You get it right back. The very first play, let's be aggressive. Let's take a shot and see if we can catch the defense napping. Boy, oh boy, did that ever